Well, ladies and gentlemen, in the last video, we finished up the 5-lug swap here on the 88 FOXBODY. There is a few things that happened since then. One, the prelude broke, which shouldn't really surprise me anymore, but every now and then it happens. So, of course, my 1990 Prelude, we're going to be taking a look at that today. We also got some fresh rubber for the 2020 Mustang, the S550. Got some pretty much brand new Pilot Sport 4S's, so nice new rubber because I cooked through a set of tires in 6,000 miles. Not sure if I'm proud of that or sad, but either way, it cost me a lot of money. So my name is Nick. You're watching Olsen Auto. If you're new to the channel, we have a few cars here. Got the 88 FOXBODY, 1990 Honda Prelude, the Winter Beater. I have a 79 Firebird, a 2020 Mustang GT, a Honda CBX 1000, some dirt bikes. Everything you could want, I pretty much have, except for a supercar, but you know, times change, so we'll see what happens. But today we're gonna be working on the FOXBODY a little bit. It's President's Day, so I got the day off of work. It's nice out. Gonna be pulling the old brake lines out of this because my new stainless set just shipped. And we're gonna start off by seeing what's wrong with the Prelude because I'm not sure. I think it's a gas tank strap that fell, probably just rotted. If you guys don't know this car, it's very hard to find parts for. So I guess we're hoping the bolt fell out, which is extremely unlikely because I've owned the car for several years and that's never happened. So we're gonna see what's going on there. Hopefully it's a nice easy fix so I can find a gas tank strap for it. Pull some brake lines out of this, and yeah, let's get to work. All right, let's see what's going on. I already saw what happened, but as you guys can see, the Prelude has some crust, mostly on this rear, I guess rear subframe, if you want to call it that. It's a little crusty back here. I was well aware of that, but I guess I should have been more aware of that. I mean, the gas tank ain't falling out anytime soon. That's a win. I don't think that is a good sign. Now, this car is gonna undergo some extensive surgery once I get my own garage and house. Problem is I don't have that yet, so I can't really disassemble this car to the extent that I want to. So in the meantime, I've just been trying to piecemeal it together, keep it going. Like the e-brake cables are stuck, so I just zip tied them up. Didn't want to take them out, so like, you know, the wheels can spin without the brake sticking. So like, I've just been trying to keep it drivable without hacking it up permanently. And obviously, like, I need a new one of these, no doubt about it. This thing's like completely falling apart. Starting off, we got this new washer. Gonna stick it on this wheel, just pop the cap off, so let's do it. All right, got the cotter pin in. I got it hand tight because you're really not supposed to go too tight with the wheel bearings. They say 25 foot-pounds, but you can be pretty careful with it and you'll be fine. So got that done. Let's move on to the next side because that's loose. Did not film much of it, but there are some bolts in the back of this K-member brace that I had to put in. So just threw those in, got the car up on this. I was going to tighten the control arms because to tighten control arms, shocks, typically things with bushings in them, you have to have the full weight of the car on the ground, but you also have to be under it while tightening it. That's just so when the car flexes, it doesn't rip your control arm bushings or whatever bushing it may be. Problem being, I don't have an engine in the car, so I can't tighten those until the engine's back in. So I was gonna pull the brake lines out right now, but I'm actually gonna wait until I actually go to do the brake lines because theoretically it only takes 20-30 minutes to pull the old lines out, theoretically. But it's nice to see while I'm pulling them out where the new ones need to go. I can make sure the new ones match up. Whereas if I pull it out right now, I'm probably gonna forget how they go or where they go. It's just gonna make it a lot easier to postpone that. But we have to jack up the rear half of the car because there's a lot of loose bolts that I didn't tighten the first time. So let's get that done. So this is the heart of the beast. Now, you guys know we painted up the engine block, oil pan, all of that, but I didn't sweat the block with a torch. So we ended up with some stuff like this where it's just not perfect, but I have some extra brush on paint, which works a lot better than the spray on. So we're gonna sweat it now and we're gonna respray this thing. All right, got a coat done on this side. Obviously I'm gonna have to clean up the exhaust ports, but that's looking much better. Just heated this up. Let's throw some paint on that. I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't do stuff that's probably gonna bite me in the butt impulsively. Now, let me just show you what I'm doing. You'll get the idea pretty quick, but the engine paint came out actually substantially better than I expected it to. Now, we'll see after a few run cycles, but Let me show you. You know it's getting real when the cherry picker comes out. That is right, impulsively putting the engine in should only take 30 minutes. All right, so I had the motor stand, engine stand, not technically a motor, engine stand right there, jacked it up, took the 4 bolts that are holding it on the back. Yes, I know this is crusty. I'm gonna get it resurfaced. Don't worry, that can happen at any point in time. But I'm impulsively putting the engine in, which can only happen now because it's impulsive. 20 minutes time. Granted, there wasn't really much to do. Now I still have to put the nut and washer on the back of that, some Loctite. The engine is in the car. I needed something that was more interesting than me putting a washer for this video. So the engine is in the car. Now, with the engine in, those brake lines don't seem any bit remotely difficult. Should be an absolute cakewalk. It's just a lot smaller than I remember, so lots of room in this engine bay. Hopefully gonna convert to some electric fans, but I gotta bolt this engine down. It's still you know, completely loose and just sitting in there, but got some space back in the garage, and I'm gonna end this video here. I love how the engine looks with the somewhat fresh paint. Everything is looking good, no more rot. So next up, brake lines, headers, a lot of things have to get connected again, but 1 to 2 months should be running, driving, going down the road, but we'll see. I do want to thank you guys for supporting the channel. Again, getting super close to 2,000 subscribers, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Now that the weather's been pretty decent, I've been uploading somewhat regularly, so far so good. We'll see what happens with the weather. I know it's gonna get cold, so probably a little delay there, but like I said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Told my brothers one day we gon' make it. We just gotta grind for that paycheck. Mama told me one day I'll be famous. Remember when she used to say she hate this? Back then they would laugh when I say shit. Now I'm inside all them people's playlists. So one day I'll be stomping.